Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Michelle from Michelle James Designs, and you can find me at michellejdesigns.com. Today I'm going to show you guys how I made these fun tooth fairy luminary lights for kids. My coworker has two girls and one of them just does not like the thought of the tooth fairy being in her room. So these are perfect for them and for probably a lot of other kids. The first thing that I did, these were cream colored and they are from the Dollar Tree, and I painted them with a chalk paint in pink, 2 coats, and then I added some Mod Podge on the top of that so that when we put the vinyl down, it won't pull the paint up. The next thing I did was go into Cricut Design Space. This is what I ended up with in there. I brought in a unicorn. I had to duplicate the unicorn because I needed 2. And then the ears and the eyelashes and the pink part of the ears and the purple flowers. I separated all those and then attached them together so that Design Space wouldn't move them around when you get to the screen where the mat is and everything's gonna cut. I wanted those to remain where they are so that the spacing would be right for getting everything placed perfectly on the jar, and you'll see that when we come up here. So the unicorn is the only purchased, or I purchased this from Creative Fabrica. Isn't it cute? So when this little light shines bright, Tooth Fairy, stop here tonight. And you put a little tea light in the back, their tooth goes on the top, and then you exchange the Tooth Fairy money. You just place it on the top. So I'm starting with the tooth here. So all this has already been cut out, and I already have my transfer tape on the top. So I just did the font and all the text right in Design Space. You want to make sure it's centered. The text I did all in Design Space. The unicorn, as I mentioned earlier, was the only one that I brought in, the only design that I uploaded. So I'm centering these pieces on the top here. It just says Ava's tooth. The other one says Addie's tooth. These are sisters. So I'm just placing them down and removing the transfer tape. And then I cut out some flowers, some extra flowers as well in the teal and the pink to add a little whimsy and fun. So now I'm working on the very front of the candle warmer, and I'm going to place the unicorn down first, the horn, because the flowers overlap. So this is where you can see those attached pieces. They come out cut exactly in the same spacing, so they layer and get placed exactly where they need to be. So I'm just going to continue getting all of these designs placed. So the unicorn's all done, and now I'm going to work on the text. So since I'm working my way down, I'm going to start with the sides. And this text, I have to say, the vinyl is great, but it's small. So it was a little challenging, I guess I would say, to get it all weeded and everything just correctly. So this text at the bottom is kind of long. So I am just breaking that up. And as you can see, I am not good at lining things up when I have to. Nothing goes straight, plus it's a curve. So you will see me later trying to just kind of fix things a little bit, and I'll show you how I did that. And you know, it didn't come out exactly perfect, and that's okay because it's for kids, and I like the little whimsy that it adds if it's a little bit unperfect. So now I'm going to add some more flowers to the edges. Cut out a bunch of extra flowers. And the centers of the flowers I used as little polka dots. So now I'm going to go in and just kind of fix up some of the words at the bottom and make them a little bit straighter. So I'm using my weeding tool and I'm gently and carefully, so I don't scratch the paint, going to remove a few of these letters and place them back down. And I don't have nails, so this is always challenging for me. If you can keep it on the weeding tool, that helps a lot. You'll see where I did that later. But each letter, if you have to, can be picked up separately. I think the R does come off onto the weeding tool and then I could just move it around. Yes, replace it. So that's a little easier than picking the whole thing up with your finger and trying to put it back down. But here you can see the R and the E kind of go up a little high. So I'm just going to replace them. And I just do this a few more times with a couple more of the letters. It's a little bit tedious, but it does help to make it look a little bit better. So you can see the O and the T kind of go up high, and that's mostly from the curve in the jar as well, or the candle warmer. So I'm just going to replace that first O, and I'm going to move the T over a little bit. There. So it's not perfectly straight. It kind of goes in a little up and down line, but I'm okay with that. So I think it turned out really fun. I have two of them here, one for each girl, and I can't wait to give it to them. And I think they're really gonna love them. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and please subscribe and hit the like button if you liked the video.